Millionaire CEO lived without love for years but his black maid taught him how to feel again. Before we start today's story, comment below where you're watching from and hit subscribe if you haven't already. You won't want to miss what's next. Caspian Valor was a very rich man. He owned a big company called Valor Technologies. He lived alone in a tall, shiny building that touched the clouds. His home was full of gold, glass, and silence. One night, something broke the silence. Crash! A champagne glass fell from his hand and broke into many shiny pieces on the marble floor. The golden drink spread everywhere like spilled dreams. Caspian froze. He couldn't move. His heart felt heavy. Then a soft voice came from the doorway. "I'm so sorry, Mr. Valor. I knocked first." It was Iris Delgado, his new maid. She was holding clean bedsheets. Her dark eyes looked worried, but not scared. For 5 long years, no woman had been inside this room. For 5 years, Caspian had closed his heart. "Get out," he said coldly. His voice was sharp like ice. But Iris didn't run away. Instead, she put down the sheets, took a towel, and knelt beside him. "You'll hurt yourself," she said gently. Caspian stared as she carefully picked up the glass pieces with her hands. Her fingers didn't shake. His did. "There," she said with a little smile. "All clean. No harm done." "Not to me," he whispered before he could stop himself. Iris looked in his eyes. She didn't see his expensive clothes or his big house. She saw his sadness. "To everyone," she said softly, "bad things happen, just in different ways." Then she quietly left the room, leaving Caspian alone with her words echoing in his heart. Iris hadn't always been a maid. She used to be a nurse. She helped sick people feel better. But after her husband, Leo, died of cancer, everything changed. She lost her money, her job, and her smile. Now she cleaned houses to survive. When she got the job at Valor's mansion, she expected the boss to be rude or mean. But Mr. Valor wasn't mean. He was broken, just like her. In the kitchen, the house manager, Florence, asked, "Everything okay, Iris?" "Yes," Iris said. "Just startled, Mr. Valor." Florence laughed. "That man jumps at his own shadow. I've worked here 5 years. He never talks, never smiles, never sees women. Since his wife left him, he's like a ghost." "No women?" Iris asked quietly. "Not since the divorce," Florence said. "Whatever she did hurt him badly." Iris thought of his trembling hands and the way he said, "Not to me." She understood. Pain could build walls. She had walls too. The next morning, Iris knocked before entering his room. He wasn't there. But on the table, she saw a small note in neat handwriting. "Thank you for yesterday." She smiled. The angry ghost had manners after all. Days turned into weeks. Iris cleaned. Caspian avoided. But slowly things changed. He started leaving his office door open while she worked. She hummed soft songs her husband used to love. Caspian would listen, and his shoulders would relax. One day, he surprised her. "You were a nurse," he said. "Yes," Iris answered, startled. "Why stop?" She took a deep breath. "My husband got sick. I cared for him until he passed away. After that, I couldn't find a new nursing job, so I started cleaning." "I'm sorry," Caspian said quietly. "We do what we must," Iris said softly. He nodded. "Yes, we do." Then he added, "You're humming 'Don't Stop.' It's nice." After that, they began to talk more. She made sure he ate. He asked about her day. Slowly, very slowly, the silence between them began to heal. One night, Iris found him still working at 9 p.m. There were coffee cups everywhere, but no food. "You don't eat enough," she said. "I forget." "That's not forgetting. That's avoiding." He frowned. "I don't pay you to analyze me." "No," Iris said with a small smile. "You pay me to take care of your home, and your home includes you." He almost smiled. "So you're going to feed me now? Would that be so terrible?" He paused. "I eat alone." "So do I," Iris said gently. "Maybe we can eat alone together." And they did. Every evening they shared simple meals, soup, pasta, bread. They didn't talk much, but the silence felt warm instead of cold. One night over dinner, she asked, "Why did you start your company?" "Because computers always listen," he said. "They don't lie. They do what you tell them to do. No surprises. But no heart either," Iris said softly. He sighed. Hearts are overrated. My husband used to say computers were like poetry, Iris said. He loved helping people through his work. Leo was your husband? Yes, he's been gone 3 years. Do you still love him? Iris thought for a long moment. I'll always love who he was, but I'm learning to let go of what we could have been. Caspian's eyes softened. It's the what could have been that hurts most, isn't it? Yes, she whispered. It is. That night he told her the truth. His ex-wife Seraphine had laughed at him, called him names, and told him he wasn't man enough. She'd even shared a cruel video of him. She said I was broken, Caspian said bitterly. It's been 5 years, and I still hear her laughing. Iris reached out and held his shaking hands. She was wrong, she said softly. Was she? He whispered. I can't. I haven't. Being broken doesn't make you less, Iris said. It makes you human, and humans can heal. He looked at her sadly. I don't heal, I just stay broken. Maybe you just haven't found the right person to heal with, Iris said kindly. He turned away, but Iris saw he didn't close his office door that night. The days that followed were filled with little changes. He worked from home more. He waited for her singing. She made sure he ate. Then one night he said softly, Would you stay for dinner? With me? She smiled. I'd like that. They cooked together. He tried to cut onions but made a mess. Iris laughed and showed him how. She stood behind him, guiding his hands. He froze, realizing how close they were. I'm sorry, he whispered. Don't be, she said. I'm not asking for anything. Just this moment. Why? He asked quietly. Why do you want to be here with someone like me? Because you see me, Iris said. Not just the maid. And when I'm with you, I feel like I matter again. You do matter, Caspian said quickly. So much that it scares me. Iris smiled and gently touched his face. Then we'll be scared together. He leaned forward and kissed her softly. It was a slow, trembling kiss, like someone remembering how. When they pulled apart, both were shaking. I'm scared, he whispered. Me too, Iris said, but we'll figure it out. I don't need you to be perfect. I just need you to be you. I don't deserve you, he said. That's not your choice to make, Iris said with a little laugh. I choose you, broken pieces and all. Caspian smiled for the first time in 5 years. Then I choose you too. They finished cooking together, laughing as the kitchen filled with light, warmth, and hope. Later, when they sat down to eat, they sat side by side, not across from each other. It was a small thing, but it meant a lot. I haven't felt hope in 5 years, Caspian said softly. What does it feel like? Iris asked. He looked at her with gentle eyes. It feels like you. That night, Iris stayed late at Caspian's house. They sat together and talked for hours until the city lights outside looked like stars in a dream. They shared stories they had never told anyone before. When Iris finally stood up to leave, Caspian walked her to the door. Tomorrow? He asked softly, looking shy like a child. Tomorrow, she promised with a smile. But the next day, things got complicated. You're what? Florence's loud voice echoed in the kitchen. She was Iris's friend and worked with her. Iris, have you lost your mind? She asked in shock. Keep your voice down, Iris whispered. He's your boss. There are rules. You can't fall in love with Mr. Valor. Iris stood tall and said quietly, He's not just my boss, Bee. He's healing. We both are. Florence rolled her eyes. Healing? Is that what we call it now? It's not like that, Iris said quickly. Then what is it? Florence asked. Because from where I stand, it looks like you're walking right into heartbreak. That man has walls higher than a castle. Maybe, Iris said gently, but maybe I don't want to climb over them. Maybe I want to help him take them down. Florence looked at her friend for a long time. Oh no, she said softly. You're in love with him. It's too soon for that, Iris said, blushing. Oh honey, Florence said kindly, love doesn't follow a calendar. But please, be careful. His ex-wife hurt him badly. I don't know all the details, but he hasn't been the same since. I know about her, Iris said. Seraphine. Florence's eyes widened. Do you know she still calls him sometimes? Every month she tries again. She's been trying to get him back now that her rich boyfriend left her. Iris's heart turned cold. She calls him once a month like clockwork, Florence said. He never answers, but she doesn't stop. That woman's like a bad penny. She always shows up. That day, Iris couldn't stop worrying. And that evening, when Caspian saw her, he knew something was wrong. What happened? He asked. Seraphine calls you, Iris said quietly. His face turned pale. Florence told you, he said softly. Why didn't you tell me? Iris asked. Because she doesn't matter, Caspian said. I don't answer. I don't care about her. She's my past. A past that calls every month doesn't sound so past, Iris said. Caspian took her hands gently. Iris, look at me. Seraphine destroyed who I was, but you, he said with deep emotion, you're helping me find out who I can be again. That's what matters. What does she want? Iris asked. Money? Forgiveness? Maybe she wants to make me small again, he said bitterly. Maybe you should talk to her, Iris suggested softly, to get closure. No, he said sharply. She doesn't deserve that. But maybe you deserve to say what's in your heart, Iris said kindly. He looked down. What if talking to her makes me weak again? Then I'll remind you who you are now, Iris said. And who's that? He asked. The man who's learning to cook just to make me smile, she said, smiling through tears. The man who stays up talking because connection means more than sleep. The man brave enough to try again. Caspian's voice broke. That man only exists because of you. No, Iris said gently. He was always there. He just needed someone to see him. 3 days later, the phone rang while Iris was organizing his closet. She looked down and saw the name on the screen. Seraphine. Caspian, she called. He came to the doorway, saw the name, and froze. You don't have to answer, Iris said softly. Yes, he said firmly. I do. He picked up the phone and put it on speaker. What do you want, Seraphine? He said. Alex! Her voice was sweet but fake. I've been trying to reach you for months. How are you, darling? I'm not your darling, Caspian said coldly. What do you want? So cold, she said. That's not like you, or maybe it is. Caspian clenched his jaw. Iris tried to move away to give him space, but he caught her hand and held on tightly. If you're calling to insult me, I'm hanging up, he said. No, wait, Seraphine said quickly. I just want to talk. I made mistakes. I was angry, drunk. That video, it wasn't fair. Caspian's voice was calm but hurt. You recorded yourself mocking me, Seraphine. You slept with my business partner. You laughed at me in front of the world. I'm sorry, she whispered. I hurt you. I know that now. I was lonely. You were cold, distant. I tried, Caspian said quietly. I saw doctors. I went to therapy. But I wasn't broken, Seraphine. Our marriage was. You made me feel like a failure. Alex, she said softly, I understand now. My new boyfriend left me. He said I was impossible to please. I finally understood how you must have felt. I'm sorry you're hurting, Caspian said calmly, but that doesn't erase what happened. Could we try again? She asked quickly. We could rebuild. I know you haven't been with anyone since me. I'm with someone, Caspian said. Iris's heart stopped. You're what? Seraphine snapped. Who? Since when? That's none of your business, Caspian said. I'm your wife, she shouted. Ex-wife, he said coldly. You made sure of that when you sent divorce papers at my father's funeral. Does this woman know about your problem? Seraphine sneered. Caspian looked at Iris and smiled softly. She knows everything, and she doesn't see it as a problem. She sees it as part of my journey. She's after your money, Seraphine yelled. She didn't even know I was rich when we met, he said. She saw me, not my bank account. That's the difference between her and you, Seraphine. She sees me as a whole person. This is ridiculous. Goodbye, Seraphine, Caspian said. Don't call again. He hung up and dropped the phone on the dresser. For a moment, no one spoke. You told her about me, Iris said softly. Was that okay? He asked. I should have asked, but I needed her to know. Iris silenced him with a kiss. You stood up to her, she whispered. I stood up for us, he said with a small smile. For what we're building. And what are we building? She asked. I don't know, he said honestly, but for the first time in 5 years, I want to find out. You make me brave. You were always brave, Iris said, smiling. You just forgot for a while. That night, they didn't cross physical lines, but emotional ones. They lay together on the couch, her head on his chest, his fingers in her hair, talking about dreams and hopes. I want to help people, Iris said softly. Maybe go back to nursing one day. You help me every day, Caspian said. That's different, she replied. Is it? He smiled. You're healing me, Iris. Isn't that what nurses do? You're healing yourself, she said gently. I'm just here for support. No, he said, holding her hand. You're here because you choose to be, because you see something in me worth saving. Not saving, she whispered. Loving. Caspian's eyes widened. Say it again. Loving, Iris said softly. I see something worth loving. He closed his eyes, his heart full. I haven't heard that word in so long. It's real, Iris said. It's happening. I love you too, Caspian whispered. You do? She gasped. How could I not? He said, you see me at my worst and still stay. You make me want to be better, not for you, but for me. I know I'm not whole yet, Iris said, but I'm trying. Not just for us, she added, for yourself. He smiled. When did you become so wise? Somewhere between the broken glass and burnt onions, she laughed. Caspian laughed too, really laughed. I love you, Iris Delgado, completely and forever. And I love you, Caspian Valor, she said. They sealed their promises with gentle kisses, each one full of hope and healing. But life wasn't done testing them yet. A week later, a photo of them appeared online. Caspian helping Iris carry groceries. It spread everywhere. Tech billionaire's new romance with his maid. From socialite to servant, Valor's Cinderella. Caspian threw his tablet in anger. They make it sound dirty, he said, like I'm taking advantage of you. Or like I'm a gold digger, Iris added sadly. The board is angry. My lawyers are worried. Everyone's worried, except us, Caspian said. Then maybe we should remind them who matters, Iris said. You mean go public? He asked. No, Iris said softly. I mean live without fear. You've been hiding for years, Caspian. Maybe it's time to stop. It's not that simple, he said. She took his hands. You're one of the most powerful men in this city. Show them that love isn't about money or power. It's about hearts that heal together. And if they try to tear us apart, he asked quietly, then we face it, Iris said bravely, together, like we always have. Caspian looked at Iris for a long time. You're not afraid, he said. Iris smiled softly. I am afraid, she said, but I'm more scared of letting bad people win. I won't let their small minds take away our happiness. Seraphine will try to hurt us, Caspian said. She'll twist the truth and make things ugly. Iris lifted her chin. Let her try. She can't hurt us unless we let her. Caspian's eyes softened. When did you become my strength? Iris smiled. The same time you became my hope. He pulled her close. I don't deserve you. We've talked about this, Iris said. It's not your decision. Then Caspian grew serious. Iris, the board wants to meet you. They want to see if you're good for me and the company. Then let's meet them, Iris said easily. You don't understand, Caspian said. They're tough people. They'll try to scare you or buy you off. Iris looked calm. I've faced worse than rich people in suits. Have you? He asked. Yes, Iris said quietly. I held my husband's hand while he was dying. I lost everything and started again. I fell in love with a man who thought no one could ever love him. Your board doesn't scare me. Caspian's eyes filled with love. He kissed her. You're amazing. I'm yours. That's all that matters. The meeting was planned for Friday. Caspian tried to prepare Iris, but she had her own idea. You want to what? Caspian asked in shock. I want to cook for them, Iris said. I want to show them who I really am. Iris, these people eat at fancy restaurants, Caspian said. They won't care about homemade food. Maybe they need to taste real love, Iris said with a smile. This isn't a movie, Caspian said. You can't win them over with food. Watch me, Iris said. And he did. On Friday, Iris came to the big boardroom. She brought containers filled with her grandmother's special food, warm soup, bread, and dishes full of love. She smiled kindly and served each board member herself. Mr. Blackwood, she said, smiling at the oldest man there. Caspian told me you have 3 daughters. This is my grandmother's soup. She said it could heal anything, from a broken heart to a broken deal. The old man blinked, surprised. Then he smiled. My grandmother made soup like this. Then you know the secret ingredient, Iris said gently. It's patience, and I have plenty of that. She went around the table, serving everyone with calm confidence. Caspian watched proudly. His board, who were usually serious and cold, slowly smiled and laughed. Iris sat beside Caspian. Now, she said, you have questions about me. Go ahead. You're very direct, Mr. Blackwood said. Life's too short for games, Iris replied. Caspian has played enough of those. You know about his past? Another asked. Yes, Iris said softly. I know Seraphine hurt him. I know he's healing. I know he's kind and smart. I'm not after his money. I loved him before I knew he was rich. I loved him when he was just a lonely man who didn't even eat right. I'll love him if he loses everything tomorrow. That's easy to say, Mr. Blackwood said. I've already lost everything once, Iris said gently. My husband, my job, my savings. I know what the bottom looks like. Love isn't about what someone gives you. It's about who they are when everything else is gone. Genevieve, the only woman on the board, leaned forward. And who is Caspian when everything falls away? Iris looked at him lovingly. He's the man who leaves me thank you notes, who learns to cook just to make me smile, who fights his fears because he wants to be worthy of love, even though he already is. He's extraordinary. You speak like a woman in love, Genevieve said. That's because I am, Iris said proudly. And if we don't approve, Iris stood tall, then you'll lose more than you gain. Caspian has given this company everything, his time, health, and peace. Maybe instead of questioning his love, you should be happy he's finally choosing himself. The room went quiet. Then Mr. Blackwood laughed. She's brave, Valor. She's everything, Caspian said softly. She saved my life. Caspian, Iris said shyly. No, he said. They need to know. For years I was empty inside. Iris brought me back to life. If that bothers the company, maybe it's the company that needs to change. What about Seraphine? Genevieve asked. She says she wants you back. Seraphine is the past, Caspian said. Iris is my future. If I must choose between the company and her, I choose Iris, always. The board looked shocked. Finally, Mr. Blackwood said, Then we should talk about a prenup. No, Caspian and Iris said together. I don't want his money, Iris said. Just his heart. There will be no contracts, Caspian said. This is love, not business. Genevieve smiled softly. We only want to protect you both. The only protection we need is trust, Iris said calmly. The meeting ended with quiet smiles. As they left, Genevieve whispered to Iris, You're good for him. Don't let this world scare you. I won't, Iris said. I don't scare easily. In the elevator, Caspian pulled her close. You were perfect. I was scared, Iris admitted. You didn't show it. I learned from you, she said. When I'm with you, nothing feels too scary. That's what love means, facing things together, Caspian said. Iris, I want more than just partnership. She blinked. What do you mean? I mean, I want everything. Marriage, family, growing old together. I've lost enough time to fear. I don't want to lose another day. Are you proposing in an elevator? Iris laughed. I'm proposing everywhere, he said, grinning. In boardrooms, in kitchens, everywhere until you say yes. You haven't actually asked the question. Caspian smiled, got down on one knee, and said, Iris Delgado, will you marry me? You don't have a ring, she said through her tears. I have 12, he said, laughing. I couldn't pick the right one. None seemed perfect enough for you. Iris laughed, wiping her tears. Only you would buy 12 rings. So is that a yes? Yes, she said, smiling brightly. Yes to you, to us, to our life together. Caspian slipped a simple pearl ring on her finger. This was my grandmother's. It's the only one that felt right. It's perfect, Iris whispered. You're perfect. I'm not perfect, Caspian said softly. Perfect for me, Iris smiled. The elevator started again, going up, just like their hearts. Their wedding was small and full of joy. It was on the rooftop garden. Iris wore a cream dress and Caspian wore a simple suit. They read their own vows. Iris, Caspian said, you saved me. You jumped into the darkness and pulled me out. You showed me that being strong means showing your heart. I promise to love you always and never take your love for granted. Iris wiped her tears. Caspian, you say I saved you, but we saved each other. You showed me that love can come again after loss. I promise to love who you are and who you will become. Everyone cried, even Mr. Blackwood. Caspian's face was full of happy tears. You may kiss the bride, the man said. They kissed, sealing their promise. Then Iris saw someone at the door, Seraphine, dressed all in black. Caspian stiffened, but Iris squeezed his hand. Together, she whispered. Seraphine walked closer. I had to see if it was real, she said quietly. It's real, Caspian said. Seraphine looked at Iris. You're not what I expected. Neither are you, Iris said kindly. He looks happy, Seraphine whispered. Really happy. He is, Iris said softly. We both are. Seraphine smiled sadly. I tried to make him who I wanted, not love who he was. I was wrong. We all make mistakes, Iris said. What matters is that we learn. Seraphine nodded. I'm sorry, Caspian, for hurting you, for not seeing your worth. Thank you, Caspian said quietly. Seraphine turned to Iris. Take care of him. He deserves it. I will, Iris promised. After she left, Caspian held Iris close. She came to our wedding, he said. It's okay, Iris said. She has no power over us now. How are you so strong, he asked. I'm not, Iris said softly. I just love you more than I fear the past. Mrs. Valor? Caspian said, smiling. My wife. Mr. Valor, Iris said, smiling back. My husband. Want to know a secret? He whispered. This morning I woke up without fear for the first time in 5 years. I felt whole. Iris smiled. You're safe now. I'm not going anywhere. Best feeling in the world, Caspian said, spinning her around as she laughed. The reception was full of laughter and dancing, though Caspian danced terribly. Iris danced with Mr. Blackwood and Caspian danced with Florence, who whispered something that made him laugh. What did she say? Iris asked. She said she knew from the first day you were special. You looked at me like a person, not a project. You were never a project, Iris said, smiling. Maybe a puzzle, but never a project. And now you're my wife, Caspian said happily. And you're my perfectly imperfect husband, Iris said. I love you, Caspian Valor. I love you too, Iris Valor, he replied. It was late at night. Iris and Caspian stood at the garden railing, looking at the city lights shining far away. The air was calm and soft. Iris thought about everything that had happened, the pain, the healing, and the love she never saw coming. What are you thinking about? Caspian asked gently. Iris smiled. Just thinking how I came to clean your house, she said, giggling, and somehow ended up cleaning out your heart too. Caspian laughed. Best cleaning service ever, he said. She leaned on his shoulder. Silly. Happy, he said softly. I'm so happy. You know, Iris, what we have, it's not just about being close. It's about something deeper, a connection. Even if that part of me never fully comes back, what we have is already enough. You're enough. Iris looked into his eyes. We'll get there, she said kindly. When your body feels safe again, when you're ready. And if it takes time, then it takes time. We have our whole lives. Promise? Caspian asked. Promise, Iris said, smiling. 6 months later, Iris was back in nursing school. She took part-time classes and still helped take care of Caspian's house. But now it was their home. Caspian had stopped working so much. He now spent more time helping people through charities and learning to truly live again. How was class? He asked one afternoon, greeting her with a kiss and her favorite tea. Exhausting, she said with a smile. But exciting too. I'd forgotten how much I love learning about healing. You never forgot, Caspian said. You just practiced on me instead of patience. My favorite patient, Iris teased. He grinned. How was therapy? She asked. Good. Really good. Dr. Delgado says I'm making great progress. I could have told her that, Iris said proudly. Yes, but you're biased, he laughed. Completely, she said, hopelessly biased toward my amazing husband. Then Caspian grew quiet. Iris, I want to try, he said. She set her tea down. Try what? Being together fully. I think I'm ready. Are you sure? She asked softly. There's no rush. I'm sure, he said. I trust you. I trust us. This morning I woke up beside you, and I felt something. Real desire. Not pressure, not duty. Just wanting to be close in every way. Iris took his hands. Okay, but we'll go slowly, and if you ever feel unsure, we stop. No questions, no sadness. Just love. Just love, Caspian agreed. That night, they discovered something beautiful. That true closeness doesn't come from trying to be perfect. It comes from trust, from love, from feeling safe with each other. I love you, Caspian whispered. Thank you for waiting for me. I'd wait forever, Iris said softly, but I'm so glad I didn't have to. They lay together, two hearts that had walked through pain and finally found peace. Outside, the city sparkled with light. Inside, there was only love and the quiet joy of second chances. No regrets? Caspian asked their usual question. Not one, Iris said, except maybe that it took so long to find you. He smiled. We found each other at the right time, he said, when we were ready to see and be seen. The Maid and the Millionaire, Caspian joked. Sounds like a bad romance novel. Or a perfect love story, Iris replied, about two broken people who helped each other heal. I like your version better, Caspian said. Good, Iris smiled. Because it's our story. The best story, he said, pulling her close. With the happiest ending, he added. Not ending, Iris corrected. Beginning. This is just our beginning. And it was. A beginning built on trust, patience, and love that saw past pain to the heart inside. 5 years later, Iris and Caspian were at a big charity party. It was for Iris's new foundation that helped maids and houseworkers get health care. A reporter came up to them and said, Your love story is so unusual. It wasn't unusual, Iris said, smiling. She gently touched her big, round belly. She was pregnant again. Their 2-year-old son was playing near their feet. It was exactly what we both needed. Sometimes love comes in surprising ways. But a billionaire and his maid? The reporter asked again. Caspian smiled and put his arm around Iris. A lonely man and a kind woman, a broken heart and a healing soul, he said. The labels never mattered. Only the love did. Do you ever think about how different your lives would be if you hadn't met? The reporter asked. Iris and Caspian looked at each other and said at the same time, Empty. Empty. Then they laughed. My life before Iris was full of work but empty inside, Caspian said. She didn't just change my life, she gave me one. And he reminded me, Iris added, that my life wasn't over after loss. Love can happen twice, differently, but just as strong. The reporter smiled. Any advice for others who are struggling? Be patient with yourself, Caspian said. Healing takes time. Some days are harder, but when you have the right person by your side, even the hardest days get easier. And don't let anyone make you feel broken, Iris said firmly. Different doesn't mean something is wrong with you. Everyone deserves love exactly as they are. As they walked away, their little boy sat happily on Caspian's shoulders. Iris smiled, feeling their baby girl kick gently inside her. Caspian noticed her quiet smile. What are you thinking? He asked. I was just thinking that sometimes the best things come from the worst moments, she said. If you hadn't been hurting, and if I hadn't needed a job, if that glass hadn't broken that day, we would have missed everything. Caspian finished. Iris nodded. Thank God for broken glass. Thank God for broken hearts that learn to love again, she added. Thank God for maids who see past messes to the man inside, Caspian said. Thank God for millionaires who care about hearts more than money, Iris replied. Thank God for you, Caspian whispered. Thank God for us, Iris said softly. Their son giggled and pointed up at birds flying in the sky. Their wedding rings clicked as they held hands. Life was full. It was real, kind, and beautiful in its own way. Perfect because it wasn't perfect. Sometimes the greatest love stories begin with the deepest hurt. Sometimes healing comes from the most unexpected places. A maid and a millionaire taught each other that what really matters isn't how perfect you are, but how much love you give. Broken things can become beautiful again. Real love sees what's inside your heart, and sometimes that love is more than enough. It's everything. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it with someone who needs to know that love can heal anything. Have you ever felt sad or scared but found someone who made you feel safe again? She asked. Do you believe love can see past our pain? Remember, she added gently, you are worthy of love exactly as you are. Always. Stay kind. Keep believing in love and compassion, Caspian said. They can change the world. And with that, they smiled. Two hearts who proved that even the deepest wounds can lead to the most beautiful beginnings.